It feels like home, home, home. It feels like home, home, home. It feels like home.
Hey there, welcome to Weldon Home. Today I just wanted to show you really how simple and easy it is to form this loaf of bread, because someone on my last video said I didn't take time to show the shaping, and I was thinking about that going, I'm sure I did, but I think they thought that there was a bunch of stretch and fold and all kinds of stuff involved in making the sourdough. And this particular loaf of sourdough is going to be pumpkin sourdough, but I'm just going to show you really quick. I plopped it out on the counter. I'm just going to flatten it down to get rid of some of the bubbles. And you can see I just put, it's not a sweet bread, it's just got some pumpkin in it and some pumpkin pie spice and some golden raisins, but there's no extra sugar in it. And then I'm just gonna turn it over and fold it up. You can hear it's got some little air bubbles in it. I'm trying to get those out. And that is the fullness of what is required of this loaf. And then I'll just put it to bed for a couple of hours and show you what it looks like when it's all risen. But that's it. It is no stretch, no fold, the simplest sourdough recipe you have ever made. And I'll show you how to do the pumpkin one in a couple days. But today I'm making some beef stew. I'm making some really cheater waffles, and just gonna have you along for the ride. Scrape all that goodness off of the bottom, because that is all the yummy flavor. So I'm just using the onion juice to kind of act as a deglazer. And then I'm going to show you the ultimate deglazer. So a lot of people will use wine in their stew. I like to use Miller beer, and I only use Miller in all of my cooking because it tastes a lot like white wine to me. So I'm just going to use my handy dandy parrot opener, and this will absolutely deglaze the bottom of that pan. So I'm going to pour in the entire bottle. Just like that. I like to leave the potatoes pretty big. And then I'm going to put it on slow cook for the day, and it will be nice and tender, delicious with our sourdough pumpkin bread. And probably figure out something to make for dessert. It's not exacting, it's not super perfect, but it is a really tasty and delicious meal, and as everything's cooling down right now, it just seems like a really good idea for dinner tonight. So a couple of teaspoons of salt and some freshly ground pepper. There we go. Almost need to refill this pepper. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of water. 3 cups of water. There we go. Make sure everything's able to be covered. And we'll let that go. There it is. So we had a wonderful breakfast, and I am just getting ready to unveil my pumpkin loaf, which has obviously risen, and ta-da! So see, it grew. You want to wait until it comes up over the edge of your loaf pan, and I have preheated the oven to 500 degrees, but now I'm going to take this over and I'm going to lower the heat to 375 and put this in for about 35 to 40 minutes. And I haven't done anything at all else to it. I just formed it into the loaf, covered it up, and here's where we are. And then I just go ahead and put it right in. My pumpkin raisin cinnamon loaf. It's not sweet, it's still just regular sourdough. And I decided what we're having for dinner, and we're going to have some salted caramel apple bars. So that sounded really good to me. And then we've got our beef stew, and I will show you how that came out, and I will list the recipes down below in the description. Anyway, I hope that you are doing well and enjoying this fall weather that we're starting to have, and that you're making some yummy and delicious homemade food.
She's gone down there twice and shocked herself for it. She's like, I'm not doing it again.
So the stew is all done, and we're just getting ready to cut up our pumpkin sourdough loaf. And we have our dear friend Ronald over. He taught me to do my editing. I don't know that he wants to take credit for that though. So lots of yummy goodness in there. We got our schoolwork done for the day, and today was our last day of school for the week, so that's awesome. And tomorrow we're just going to be doing some chores around the farm, probably mucking out the donkey and goat stall. Should be loads of fun. All right. There it is. Looks like a perfectly good pumpkin loaf. So I hope that you'll give this bread a try. It is seriously, seriously beyond easy. And for sourdough, it's very non-fussy. So don't think I missed any of the steps. I showed you exactly what to do. There's nothing missing. There's no folding, there's no stretching, there's no pulling, there's no waiting. There's just, you make the dough the night before, and then you put it in a pan the next day, and you wait for it to rise. And looky there. Lovely as can be. And it smells very fall and delicious.